And we're back. More Diablo 3. I'm so excited for this season. I'm having fun so far. Like legitimately, a lot of fun. Okay, we left off just farming some greater rifts. We're back. Oh, more got feedback. So let's jump right back into it. Now, the season started yesterday at 7 o'clock my time. It's 9:40 right now, so it's officially over 24 hours later. Paragon 462, that's not bad. I didn't really have any expectations. Pretty good. And not only that, but we are pretty geared. By pretty geared, I mean we have most of the pieces. Not that we're super awesomely geared. Playing Monk, we started off with the Sun Wukong set from the Season Journey. Had that pretty shortly after hitting 70. Did most of the seasonal objectives along the way while leveling. Then we got Sun Wukong's. We played that a little bit last night before going to bed. And then this morning, we continued the Sun Wukong journey, and we just kept kind of creeping up on power like normal. And I was looking for Inna's Mantra pieces and the Patterns of Justice set pieces. And we were rolling blood shards, trying to fill the gaps for Sun Wukong's. We were dropping some set pieces, and then eventually we got enough to be able to equip Patterns of Justice. And pretty shortly after we had enough pieces, I made the transition. The potentially ill-advised transition, by the way, because we did have 3 of the weapon multipliers for Sun Wukong, Lashing Tail. And we had no weapon multipliers or skill multipliers for Tempest Rush. So I was a little bit skeptical. However, even without these weapon multipliers, which we still don't have for Patterns of Justice set, it is better all around. Higher damage, I would say, yep, definitely better survivability in general. And then it's faster too. We don't get Dashing Strike, but we have pretty good movement speed as showcased here. The Season 25 theme is pretty interesting so far. I kind of purposely didn't read up on it too much. I watched a video or two. I read through the patch notes somewhat. I didn't really like memorize them or commit them to memory. I got the gist of it, but we're still learning some things along the way. It's kind of fun, getting a little bit of discovery. And we did find some of the Season 25 shards. There's shards of these little kind of like gems that drop that you can socket. 1 in your helm and 1 in your weapon. Even if your class can dual wield, my understanding is that you can only socket 1 in a weapon, one of the weapons. And I think there's like maybe 4 different ones you can socket in your helm, 4 different ones you can socket in your weapon. And they're all sort of random drops, is my understanding. Gotta go back the other way. I think. Or do I go this way? Go to the right. I think go this way. So these shards drop from bosses. They drop from the like act bosses. You know, there's like 3 or 4 act bosses in each of the acts. Like Skeleton King, Gom, those kind of guys. And then they also drop from Rift Guardians. I assume both from regular Nephilim Rifts and Greater Rifts. I haven't necessarily confirmed that, but I think that's accurate. And the drop rate is not too bad. Like after playing for however many hours we've played in the last day, I've gotten probably about 20 total. I don't know if I've seen them all. And they're you can socket them in your helm and weapon like I mentioned, and they're just generally pretty powerful. And I think most of them have some kind of give and take. They give a buff, but they might have a downside to it, slight downside. But the pro always outweighs the con, assuming that you fit it in with the right build. Okay, we're working on Bane of the Trapped. We got Inna's sandals, Inna's boots. I don't know if we needed those, but that's another piece of Inna's. So technically we have enough if we were to re-roll in the cube some of the pieces. That makes things interesting. I kind of want to stick with Patterns of Justice, though, until we get the weapon multipliers. Actually, I'm going to wait to ID until after I do this next one. Let's do one more. Then we'll go through our goodies. Let's go up to 78. Just because... So you have the shards, and then the neat thing about the shards is that they come with some kind of base buff, pro and con type combination like I mentioned. But then beyond that, there's 3 levels that you can add to the shard. And the way that you level those shards up is that there's another item that drops. Now that I'm talking about it, I forget the exact name. Like an ember. A hell-forged ember, I think. And it's like a, it drops like a gem would drop. And my understanding on those is that they are random drops from anything, just like a legendary item would be. And all you do is use that item on the shard, and it ranks the gem up. And my understanding is that there's no difference between the embers. They're all, ember is an ember, and it's just used and consumed to level up the shards. So each shard has a rank. Rank 0 is the base, then there's rank 1, 2, and 3 beyond that. And each rank adds something different. Which is, I guess for each shard, it chooses from a specific set of attributes. And from what I was looking at before, saw on a video or read online somewhere, those extra ranks can vary pretty wildly. Like some of them are not that impressive, and some of them are super impressive. Like for example, I ranked up one of my shards and I got 57 resistance, which is like a drop in a bucket. And meanwhile, I think that I could have also gotten like plus 20% damage or something crazy like that. So it felt pretty bad to get the resistance. But that's kind of, adds to the randomness. Keep you motivated to keep playing and trying to optimize further and further to get the same shard type, and then continue to get the embers to level it up. So you might get lucky and get something super powerful early on, or you might not get lucky and you might get something super powerful later in the season. But you play enough, you'll get it, I'm sure. You might not get the perfect combination, but you'll get something pretty good. We are doing pretty well on survivability in this rift. We were having some trouble taking some hits. We were getting basically one-shotted. And so I shifted my Paragon over from Dexterity to Vitality and what points I could. I think we had to re-roll some gear pieces that weren't re-rolled at all. So we spent the crafting materials on that. And what else did we do? We got Captain Crimson's during the last play session. So that helps with cooldown reduction to keep Epiphany active. We finally were able to pick that up and have it be worthwhile. skill that offers, I believe, 50% damage reduction. And with enough cooldown reduction, that can be up permanently. So I'm hoping that the next goal would be to get these weapon multipliers, or excuse me, skill multipliers for Tempest Rush. There's 2 weapons that have it on there. A 2-hander that would go in the cube, and then a 1-hander that we would wear. I'm hoping to get those next. That's kind of our target goal. And we did already consume all of the crafty materials that we could to try to upgrade yellow rare items to the legendary. I let Sweeping Winds drop there. I was using Kiroshiro's Soul Belt before, which, when you're not hitting anything, it adds stacks automatically. So you basically don't have to worry about refreshing Sweeping Winds. But I had to drop that to where Captain Crimson set. You know, it's just something I have to sort of focus on. But usually, like right now, transitioning levels, that's the only time that we should need it. Or if you're just running from pack to pack and it's pretty barren. But you'll know, it'll be very obvious when they drop because, I mean, there's the visual circle around you, but then you also, I think more importantly, you'll go back to normal walking speed. That's a pretty jarring difference. %96 on this rift. Then I think we'll need more keys. So because we're surviving so well, I might shift from Vitality back to Dexterity and Paragon. Or just leave it how it is and start shifting some points to Dexterity. Okay, it looks like to live. More Shenlong's weapon set right here. We already have the pair. Okay, more Bane of the Trapped. What is the percentage up to? We're up to 31.5% on extra damage from this. It's about to be, what, 33? 32.4. Okay, I don't have any more keys, right? Yes, I consumed them all. We have 97 Felt Crystals. Oh, man. Oh, we got more Paragon levels. How much health do we have? 893. Let's put these points into Dexterity. Let's see what we got. Rondels, no. Creed's Flame, no. Witching Hour, we already got one. I think it was pretty decent, so I'm going to delete this one, actually. Weapon. Shenlongs, I'll hold on to those, and we'll sort them out later. I'm going to hold on to these Strong Arm Bracers because I don't have a set. And that might come in handy for something. I got like 5 of these. I'm so frustrated seeing these. Sunwuko's, we already got that. Rhyme Heart we won't need. Cinder Coat, this is the first Cinder Coat that we've gotten. I was looking for that with Lashing Tail. That would have been really nice. We are definitely going through our stash. The night is over to organize all this, by the way. This is a nightmare. There's some more boots. So we got 6 pieces of Innas. Makes me feel pretty good. I'm just going to dump all this stuff in here. We're going to sort it out later. I said I would like to get squirts. And I already picked up one. It's right here, actually. And look at this. This one has 95% crit damage. This one has 90% crit damage. Both of those are pretty good. But crit damage is actually not super beneficial to us right now because our crit hit chance is sort of low because of our shard that we have selected. Which it's this one in the weapon. Your critical hit chance is reduced by 15%. So that's the con. And the pro is that attacks against incapacitated enemies are automatically critical hits for 100%. And that one actually doesn't really help with the Tempest Rush build, I think. I don't know if there's a better one. But with the way Tempest Rush already works, well, will work, I believe, once I get the weapon that I need, this will kind of become moot because the critical hits will be guaranteed anyway. I don't know if that made sense, but it makes sense in my mind. Okay, and I've been rolling for Convention of Elements with shards. I'm going to keep doing that. I know a lot of people recommend to not use shards on rings because it costs 50 and you're better off consuming it on a 25 shard basis. But doing that, like once you unlock a lot of blood shard capability, it takes a couple of passes to like loot them all up and it just takes too long for me sometimes. I just want to pound it out, so I'll do rings. And the byproduct of doing rings is that, or one of the byproducts is that you get puzzle rings, which is great, especially early on in the season. By the way, we might do that too today. All right, let's get some keys. Is there anything that we wanted to change? I don't think so. How many Veil Crystals do we have? 108. Let me see if I had one more. I think I had another rare weapon. I think I had two more, actually. This is one of them. The one-hander. We're still using Scarbringer. That's a holdover from Sun Wuko. And I want to replace it with the one weapon I need, which is not Sludge Fist. Ah. Gross. That's actually the second Sludge Fist that we've gotten from upgrading rares. That's a little sad. Makes me cry a little bit on the inside. Was there another weapon I had? No, it's a rare sword. I'm gonna delete that. I don't think we'll need that. Well, actually, I'm gonna keep it. That's the only one we've got. Never know. All the blood shards I've been using, or the items I've found and picked up, where I think I might be upgrading rares, I've stuck them in the stash for now. We're gonna end up deleting a lot of that stuff. Okay, let's go get some keys. And we're on Torment 16, so it looks like we're permanently on 16 from here on out. That's pretty good to have made it already. Oh, ow, ow, ow. That was hurting. What happened? I think I just stood in the fire too long. Ran off in the corner. I love Monk for the Serenity skill. God bless whoever decided to put that in the game. Potion. Now for the puzzle rings, I'm thinking, like, I always, I can't say always, but I typically sort of like hang on to them and save them. But it's sort of like, why save them? Because I always have some left over at the end of a season, like 20 of them. Then I have to cram them in my stash in non-season because I won't let them go. So in the past few seasons, I've tried to be a little bit more liberal with my use of them. Like as soon as I get them, I'll burn them. Like once I get 2 or 3 of them, I try not to save them up beyond that. I think I have 2 right now. But it certainly seems that it's better to wait until you can do Torment 16, which now we can do. And then there's also the matter of putting together a gold find set. And last season I did Inna's Mantra and had every, you know, I had the typical Inna's Mantra speed farming build set up, and on every piece virtually I had gold find. So there's, you know, in the initial part of the season here, there's the, okay, let's find any Inna's Mantra piece so we can get the 6-piece bonus. And then it turns in after that, once you get there, then you're looking for whenever Inna's piece drops, doesn't have gold find already on it. And trying to set those aside to put together a gold find set. Then that becomes the set we farm with and do puzzle rings with. So the reason why I'm rambling about that is because I'm not going to have that set put together for a while. So I think in the beginning it does make sense to just burn the puzzle rings with what you got, take what gold you can. No, but historically, here's another catch. Historically, I've done the puzzle rings to get gems. And I did have a broken crown drop, so we'll be able to equip that. But with this season, the way these new Season 25 shards work is that if you don't need it and it drops, well, you can salvage it just like you salvage an armor piece, and it drops gems. And potentially max level gems. So we are already like sort of have a head start on gems as it is. We're not like desperate for them. Although I haven't upgraded gems all the way to the max flawless, whatever they're called. The max level gem. I haven't upgraded them all to equip in the gear. And plus on top of that, another catch is that, it's really not a catch, but it's a benefit, is that the way the shards work, it's taking up your head slot and one of your weapon slots for gems. So it's 2 less max level gems you need right out of the gate. Alright, Ripped in Time. I don't know what that is. Sounds good. Alright, anything good? That's a potential upgrade. Looks like bracers. Nutcracker, no. Okay, what about these right here? This is an upgrade. We can get the cold damage to roll on it. That's our first Mage Fist. Here's Ancient Blackthorns. We'll hold on to those for the elemental damage. Those of you that don't know, you know what, a couple seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, they changed Blackthorns to have elemental damage on it. Everybody was previously going for Witch Doctor Pants, which was the only thing that rolled elemental on. Not everybody has a shot at Blackthorns. Okay. Let me put... I'm gonna hang on to all this stuff. Right here. Blackthorns. We'll put you wherever we can in here. Okay, Caesar's Memento. It's a small damage increase, but it, like, more importantly, that legendary property is pretty significant. Now, however, we're going to be dropping vitality if we do this, though. It doesn't have vitality on it. Is armor better than all resist right now for us? I'm not even sure. I feel like armor is better. Physical, we need cold. Oh my gosh, I forgot. This is consuming... Ah! That's consuming Veld Crystals at 15 a pop. This is not a big enough upgrade for me to worry about that. Okay, we'll deal with Paragon later. Alright, Blood Shards. Let's go for rings again. Level 490. You know, I forgot that emanates right there. We could put that on our follower. I didn't even, like, I deleted it too fast without realizing it. Do I have anything else that emanates to me that could be equipped on the follower? Even if it's not ideal. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Okay, do we go for more keys? My feeling is yes, because we need to get crystals, but then items is so good. I think I actually might drop down the difficulty so we can plow through these a little bit quicker. Now my Bane of the Trapped is 58, so I would need to do 68, 69, 70, 71 level in order to get 4 upgrades, assuming I don't die. So let's do that. Kind of put this right where it's needed to get 100% chance on rolls. Cruising through. Big old tornado. What about the news with the tornadoes? I don't know if you can hear this. It looks like I got some problems buffering. I don't even know if that's the right term. Okay. I think we're back. We're okay. Pretty muddled. Bad video quality. Coming through okay now, it looks like. I was just about to make a comment about the tornadoes that were happening in the Midwest. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that. Can't wait to get the damage multipliers. Give them to me, please. So worried about getting Veld crystals. How about they just drop for me? Instead of dropping the same as the other ones 5 different times, literally. Give me some variation. Okay, I'm not mad. We'll get it eventually. But right now? No? No. There's a ring. Could be a convention. Let's see. Hey, Bane of the Trapped. The stream video quality still looks like garbage. I'm gonna try to fix this again. Okay, now it's looking okay for me on my screen. I don't know about you guys. All right, good news. We got bindings of the lesser gods, which we need for Innis. It's the first one that we've gotten. So this is definitely getting saved. We also finally got Light Oryx Crown, even though it's pretty bad. And the fact that it's ancient just makes it even worse, I think, actually, not better. But we've got one. And this is our first ancient Parthian defenders, actually, but we're not going to use it. Never use it. Liliana's ancient, we're going to save that. And then we already have a Justice Lantern. So, got a couple of new items. We'll hang on to these. We're going to put this in this stash right here. I'll put it maybe. Where do I put this? This goes in the cube, actually, doesn't it? Just stick it right there for now. Then this we'll just throw back. Ooh, Ileana's goes up here. Which pants are better? Those? Okay, we'll just hold on to 6 pieces of every set. You never know. We might need it for the, what do you call it? The conquest? Might have to do set dungeons for the conquest. You never know. Okay, and we've got 77 Veil Crystals. Let me see if I can get a weapon. A monk weapon. Did we get one right here? Rare fist weapon? We got one. And well, we have just enough Veil Crystals to upgrade one. Go for it. Oh my goodness, I've got Kiroshiro's soul, or Kiroshiro's blade. It's like the 3rd one of these I've gotten. Why do you hate me? Okay, let's go. Okay, now we would need 72, 73, 74, 75. Keep pumping. We need tournament 16. Let's do that one. I gotta say, I didn't really notice any kind of difference between doing that lower level one. Seems like we went just as fast. I don't know if that's actually true, but a lot of times you can really feel a difference. So what does that mean for us? That means we just do the higher level ones all the time. Now if we have Innas, we could switch to Innas, but I'm scared to because then we won't go back to Patterns of Justice. But I shouldn't say that, that's not true. I plan on doing Patterns of Justice set for pushing Greater Rifts, because I like the playstyle. And although Inna's Greater Rift pushing is sort of similar, revolving around the Convention of Elements ring cycles, I dislike Patterns better, the way it plays. I might change my mind if I practice a little more Innas, but for now, that's my opinion. That's my assessment. Did I dodge that explosion? Because I just ran right through it with Serenity. It was on cooldown. This is not even fair. Now for Innis, we needed lesser bindings of the gods. Got it. There was another item that was sort of important. We got the boots, that's what I'm thinking of. We got Mystic Ally boots. We got the bracers. What other items are needed? I don't think Enforcer Gem, the Legendary Gem, is needed right out of the gate, but we would want that gem equipped. I can't lose sight of I've got Esoteric Alterations going on right now. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing pretty good on survivability. Ooh, bobbing and weaving. So pretty quick. We still got shield piling up too. You notice that? Those aren't cool. You were kind of tough, but it went down pretty quick. Okay, still pumping levels in the Bane of the Trapped. We'll probably stop in this one. Could do one more rift to get a little bit more squeezed out of it, though. Bane of the Trapped, Bane of the Powerful, I'm probably just going to leave where it is. Last for a minute. I mean, we're normally killing something, an elite pack every minute at least. Look at that, another Crusader peak. We got one earlier. Follower cannot die. The Templar. Let's get that equipped on him. Okay. More Paragon points. I'm looking over here at my setup for Innas. Took a photo with my phone. No, I'm looking at my speed farming build. I did have the bracers in the cube. Now you could wear them, but I think Spirit Guards bracers, which we don't have those. That would be one that you would wear. I don't have Compass Rose yet. I got a couple of Traveler's Pledges for the amulet slot. Don't have the ring to make that a 2-piece bonus, so I can't get that yet. That's not that critical. I kind of want to try it just to compare it, you know? But I would first need to get the other pieces. So let me see if I can pick out. See, we're not going to wear boots. We're going to wear Mystic Ally boot. So neither one of these are needed. So let's just re-roll both of these. Think. Right? I got enough materials. Should have grabbed it all. Okay, there's the belt, which we will. Let me grab all these. Oh, great. Now we got 3 chest pieces. Awesome. Okay, which is the better helmet? I know we were looking at this earlier and I couldn't decide if the Ancient was better or not. I guess the Ancient is better. Looks that way. Okay, we'll keep that one. Let's just re-roll this and then we can't second guess ourselves. How about that? Boots again. Great. All right. Try again. Weapon. No. Dang it. Don't want the weapon. Okay, pants. We're making progress. Okay, we will use the belt. Which one of these is better? This one? 497 dexterity. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to be looking for the gold. Okay, what else do we need? Hands is what we need. Give me gloves. Nope. Try again. Give me gloves. Oh, you did it. Wow. Hey, they're not bad either. Jeez. Thank you. Okay, well, there's that. Okay, number one, before I start swapping out items, let's save. Okay, let me think about this. The first one that I'll want is probably... yeah, probably POJ, actually. All right, Patterns of Justice. And this would be for GRs. Eventually, that's kind of the focus for this build. Okay, so we have that saved. Okay, and actually, probably want to put it in here. This tab is normally the place that I put my actual equipped items that I'm using. This one. Go with the email monk. Okay, so oh, I gotta remove the gems. Okay, remove that gem. I'll remove gems. Probably even remove these. I'll even remove that one. Okay, so helmet will go there. Shoulders will go there, and we already have the Febres shoulder. That's what we would use. Okay. Next, we would do chest piece. Next would be gloves. Next would be pants. Then next would be boots, and we already have Brutus boots. Together. And then I would put bracers there. Now, let's see. I don't have spirit guards. I usually would use Orzekian arm guards for speed farming. Let me throw those there. I could use Binding to the Lesser Gods and just equip those. I might still do that. And then next, I would probably do the two weapons. I'm just thinking about how I usually structure where I store stuff. And then right here, I would put the belt. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this here. Oh, I didn't extract this. Let me go back and do that. I might change out the weapons. I might do that. Okay, I'm actually going to save this one. I'm going to save this one as Inna, and this will be for speed. We don't have Compass Rose, but we could still choose to use Traveler's Pledge if it's better. I don't think any one of these has a socket on it. Don't. The sockets is really what's driving me to choose these weapons that I've got. Or the armor that the jewelry pieces that I've got. I'll probably just leave these in then. Okay, let's just leave them in. Bane of the Trap, Bane of the Powerful, and Esoteric for now. Okay. Now for weapons, I would normally use Echoing Fury and something else. What's the something else? What weapons do you... Oh, people use Shenlongs, I bet. I have Shenlongs. One of them's even ancient. They don't have sockets right now. And I don't like using Shenlongs, by the way. So I kind of don't want to. That's what made last season so fun. Oh, man. Now, I think we would use Flying Dragon. Is that right? Hey, does that make sense instead of the furnace? I know we put a Flying Dragon in here. Double attack speed when attacking. I think that applies to your pets, your mystic allies. I'm not sure. And the beautiful thing about this is we get to change to the dreg or the weapon socket. So we're going to use this instead of this. This would go here. But this would build, I think. And we'll probably go with emeralds in our gear. Do that for now. Eventually we'll get Enforcer Legendary Gem to replace Esoteric, probably. Okay, now the question is, do I put this in the cube and just wait to get Spirit Guards? Or do I wear it for now and use something else? But then what's the something else I'm going to use? I don't have anything in the cube, just about. I only have one thing each for Sun Wukos and Patterns of Justice that were needed. They don't benefit me. There's probably really nothing else. I'll put it in the cube. Since I don't really have anything else to use it on. And that'll change it from 163 to 200. That's better. Okay, let's do that. There we go. It is done. It needed to be done anyway, eventually. Okay, so there's that. And then the weapons. I was saying I wanted to use Echoing Fury, but doesn't have a socket. Weaker than the other ones. What's the other weapon I would use? I don't even know. Am I stuck using Shenlongs? I really don't like Shenlongs. I don't like the playstyle. Engium. Engium is the other one that I would use. I have an Engium right here. Do I have another Engium? There's one right there. Which one's better between these? This one? That one? Is that the only two I've got? Think so? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay, so these are the two weapons that I would want to use. Would want Engion, right? Okay, let me do the skills real quick. For primary, using Way of the 100 Fist. With what? Because I have a picture. Blazing Fist. Probably for attack speed and movement speed. It's probably what I'm thinking. Even though, like, when it comes to true speed farming, I'm not going to be using a primary attack anyway. That's just almost there for show. Then Cyclone Strike was on right click. with implosion for the increased range. We had dashing strike, and for that one I was probably using Quicksilver. Then for the number 1 slot, I had Serenity, I'm sure, Ascension Rune, and then we probably had a Mantra. It's probably, yeah, we were using Mantra of Conviction, but I'm gonna leave Mantra of Salvation for now. Then Mystic Ally is here. I don't know, Ally Rune, I don't know if it... No, water. Water doesn't totally matter. Speed form means water. Oh, an interesting thing is that it's cold damage, just like Patterns of Justice. So if there's any kind of overlapping items, we're going to be set. Okay, Beacon of Yar. I was using Fleet-Footed, which I'll probably hold off on for now. We were using Relentless Assault. And then actually using like Seize the Initiative. But that's really for true speed farming as well. I'm going to leave these passives at R. Okay, so the question with the weapons is, can I get sockets on them? Reroll this from Vitality to socket. I don't have enough Veil Crystals to reroll them. So it just doesn't make sense to do that right now. So I'm going to put these in here. Then now this gem, you deal 25% less damage, but your pets deal 25% increased damage. So it's like, that's a wash. Right? No. It kind of seems like a wash. Right? Because like I'm not going to deal damage. My pets are dealing damage. So that should be a 25% increase. And then for the emerald, we'll plop it down right there. Okay, so this is the Inna build. And for this build, I still need rings. Either way, got a restraint. We have a few focuses. Foci? We'll save the restraint in case we need it. Want to use it on somebody later. Oh, we will be making a Demon Hunter, and I'm sure we'll use that for multi-shot. Okay. Tournament 16, Nephilim Rift. Let's check it out. See how our guys do. Okay, they're not just like obliterating everything. Why am I so slow? Am I just supposed to be dashing to strike around? Am I just spoiled from Patterns of Justice? I think I am just spoiled. I know that I was moving much faster than this at some point. But why, like fleet-footed passive would be an extra 10% movement speed? What am I missing? Now dashing strike, I could definitely pick up the movement speed rune. This is pretty strong though. We're a little bit slower, obviously, as mentioned, but oh, I was right on the edge of that. Got clipped. This is, my movement is slower, but is my kill speed slower? Not sure. I'm definitely missing out on the gem. I don't have the rank on the shard in my weapon. I need an ember to level that up. Oh, you see how fast they died right there? Pretty crazy. I am going to have a problem because Serenity is on number 1 hotkey with this setup, and it's on the number 2 hotkey in Patterns of Justice. That is going to mess me up. So I think... I played this build a lot last season, and I like having Dashing Strike at number 2. That's always my movement ability key for any class. So Serenity on number 1, I might have to move it in my pattern set. Won't be a big deal. But if I don't, then I'm going to end up dying. Okay, we're to the Rift Guardian. See how we do against him. Pretty solid. Oh gosh, which one is stronger? Kind of a wash. Well, I mean, the reason why I switched was because I didn't have those 2 damage multipliers in patterns. And I'm not missing pieces with this build. So if I find those other pieces, then do I switch back to patterns? I definitely will to try it out. I'm going to put this ring on my follower. Found another one. Taking fire damage restores your primary resource. I don't really need that, I guess. Well, that's helpful for Inez. Can't say it's necessary, but it's at least helpful. Okay, let's see. We're going to save Restraint. We're going to save this item. Wave of Light is now cast at your enemy, just in case we do Wave of Light. The Executioner attacks will slay enemies with less than 6% health. That has its place. We should hang on to that. And then for the Mountains of Justice set, we weren't wearing the pants anyway, because we had Captain Crimson's. I'm just going to save him right there for now. Okay. Good? We're good. Let's keep going. Now, should I keep doing rifts? Let's do it. Let's do a greater with Inez. I'm trying to think what's the next thing we need. We just need some items. I have no crafting materials. Not a substantial amount to be able to upgrade rares. So I'm kind of stuck where we have to just play the game. Oh no, we have to play. Oh no, I'm having fun. Exactly what I want to do. Now, if I'm doing okay on survivability, which it seems actually like I might be stronger with patterns. It's hard to tell. It's pretty similar. But I guess the question is, can I... Ooh, no. Ouch. That hurt. Can I drop Esoteric Alteration? Do I feel like I'm dying from the elemental stuff? Or taking heavy damage from it? Because if I can drop Eso, then I can use Enforcer and get even more damage with the Innis set here. That might be our next goal, is just to see if we can kind of pound out those levels. Oh, yeah, see, I just took one of those entrances, like firebolts. What do you call fireballs? One of those things to the face. And I triggered my cheat death down here, too. I probably can't quite give up the toughness. I see red. Sliver of Terror. That's another shard. Let's check that out and see what that's all about. Yeah, I think I will. Or do I do Taeguk? Oh, man. Do I do pets or do I do Taeguk? Innas or patterns? I can't decide. I'm on Innas, so let's do the pets. Okay, what is the sliver? A Sliver of Terror. Your cooldowns are increased by 25%. For every skill on cooldown, you take more, reduced damage and increased damage. Deal increased damage. So let me think. Does Dashing Strike count as being on cooldown? Because that's not cooldown. That's recharging. That's different than skills being on cooldown. I bet that doesn't count, but it might. We can probably test it. And the reason, let's see, well, gosh, I can't justify swapping yet because we've got the ranks on the Shard of Hatred. We've got 25% life, we've got extra cooldown, we've got resource cost reduction, we got extra experience even, that's helpful still. Killing the elite enemy pool, and that's not helpful. We've got Cyclone Strike with the monk. That's nothing. And then you deal reduced damage with few enemies and increased damage you deal with many enemies. 50%. I don't think I can give that stuff up. Alright, Sliver of Terror is going in the bank. For now. They'll come back out. You'll see your day. Here's the Spirit Guards. I was just talking about those. We might put them on. That might get us over the hump. And, you know, I was talking about movement speed. Mantra of Conviction. Was that giving us movement speed? 30% movement speed. I think that's one of the things that was making us go faster, along with fleet-footed. I think it's just a combination of some additional things. There's another Engium. There's more Crudus Boots. Frostburns. That's the first one we've gotten. Another Mage Fist. I'll need that. The Injangdu. Can my Scoundrel only wear like a bow and I can't get one? Okay, let's save that just in case. Save Frostburn, save Mage Fist. Engium. That might be better than the one we've got down there. Crudus Boots, is that better? No, it is not. So we'll probably cube this later just to have something in the cube for Seasonal Journey. And then Spirit Guards. Spirit Generators reduce your damage taken for 3 seconds. I gotta believe that this is better than Warzekian for now. I'm gonna save this. Let's save our profile in our armory. And let's see if we can put cold damage on this instead of lightning. Can't reroll too much though. So I might take something different. Oh, no, I got cold. Never mind. Confirming it is cold, right? Yes, it is. Okay, let's spend blood shards on rings. Nothing. Okay, we're doing good. We are looking good. Let's get back into it. Another round of the same thing? I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll still wait to get the pet gem up to 25. Just because. It's hard to justify swapping out Esso for a low-level gem. These spirit guards, I think, will be very beneficial to us. Until we just out-level, out-power the content for Torment 16 farming. Eventually, we're going to do like this. We're just going to run forward, right-click to cast Cyclone Strike, and then just keep running. Just let and make sure Mystic Allies cast, like active. We're basically there now. That's the deal. We gotta have a pylon active or something. Slaughtering these guys. But as we're pushing, the Spirit Guards bracers will help with survivability. While we're still relatively young. This is like really good. I would still say though that the pattern set, it's pretty comparable to this. And again, I still don't have the 2 damage multipliers for that set. So patterns could be stronger. Just saying. It won't be better for overall speed farming. This will still be faster. We can just run forward, suck it in. And the pets do all the work. We just run around picking up the loot. Got a mighty weapon. What's that doing in there? Get out of here, mighty weapon. Okay, what's the damage increase on Enforcer? 16.5%? I don't know. We might be able to give it up now. This is the part with Firebirds that I really miss, where we could really push it high on greater rift levels. Like we would already be doing, we could probably already be doing 100 pretty easily by now. More Nemesis, Long Arms, that Ambos Pride, Little Rogue. Man, I'm gonna save all this stuff. I promised that we would clean out stash, but I keep putting it off. We'll do it. I'm having too much fun though. Okay, keep going. Hey, wait a minute. I forgot to check to see what weapon I was using previously. Oh, it was Messerschmitt's Reaver. That helped out on cooldown reduction. Do I even need that though? Why is my cooldown so good? Or is it not? I'm just kind of fooled. It is good, right? Maybe not. No, the waves are still going by the time the skill's up again. I think, no, it must be the dashing strike. That's why I was using it. When you use Messerschmitt's Reaver, you get cooldown reduction whenever you kill a monster. So that's probably how I was keeping so many dash and strike charges up. Now we've got the channeling pylon, so we can do this. And those zoomies are on the map. I feel like, I mean, this is obviously pretty powerful. Like, you could probably up it, and we will run into the wall pretty quickly. It may be worth it just to help kind of, like in the early game, it helps a lot to be able to just pound out a bunch of Paragon levels. Just to get all those extra stats. And not to mention you get items, of course. Oh, Jesus, Hamlin, good night. What happened, buddy? Hamlin's been really beat up by us today. We've gotten him, like, I think this is the 4th time. Had a rough day. Turn in. Did I get anything that looks like an upgrade? You know, maybe Enna's. Oh no, let's see. Well, let me do another one. I am gonna push it up. Let's do 80. Because it's letting us. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, this is chunky. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, hello. What was this back here? Oh, this is a much smaller pack than I thought it was. Getting some value out of spirit cards for sure, because I'm actually having to stop and hack stuff. All the mystic allies are working. Oh, I triggered the cheap death back there. I didn't see that. What we call poor situational awareness. Do you think I could drop esoteric in all this? Maybe only one way to find out. If I equip it now, I'll get what, 16, 17% increased damage. The faster I kill him, the less damage they'll be able to do. Okay. Oh, ow. Fire chains. That would have probably smoked me. Without esoteric. Can't do damage when you're dead. You know what I mean? Always go this direction at that jump. The pro tip right there. Never the other way. Always this way. The pathway through. See, I feel like with the pattern set, you're always on the move, right? So, but with Inna's, you have to stand still and attack. Standing still can be very bad. You have to be pretty tanky. I'm just trying to think about the greater rift pushing. I'm probably going to end up doing both. Seeing how they compare. Alright, 4 more levels. We didn't die. We haven't died 4 times in a row? Not that I want to jinx it. We found a gift. Our first one for the season. Alright. Let's process our items now. All our Paragon. Okay, we got a new Inna's Radiance that is absolute garbage. That's getting deleted. Oh, good. Raiment of a Thousand Storms, I'm only going to keep ancient versions. We got another Leorix after not getting any for so long. We've gotten 2 in the last like hour or 2. No. Vigilante Belt, I'll hang on to that because it's got 8%. Rachel's Ring of Larceny. That has a place. I need to save one of those. Already got the Kool-Aid potion. I'll probably save one though for another character. And then this has gold find on it, actually. So I need to save this one. Okay, then everything else. I have this in the furnace already. Or excuse me, I have the furnace in the cube already. I don't need to save that. Okay, and we got another puzzle ring. We got a gift. Could put the gift right there in the front. Where it belongs. At least, I mean, it belongs in this page, even though everything is chaos right now. It's a shame because last season, for the first time ever, like I started off the season like perfectly. I actually bought all the stash tabs up front, and I kept everything organized from the beginning. And this time I thought I was gonna do the same thing, and I've just purposely let it go. It's such a pain to clean up later. And as I complain about it, I walk away from it, and I move on. How many levels do we have on that pet gem? Forcer, where is it? All my gems are supposed to be on the front page, but they're not. 20% damage. I don't know. Let's get it to 25. Last rift was pretty quick. I say we do the same level. Although we could start empowering things, maybe? No? I mean, why not, right? Say we spin the gold. I think it was like 3 or 4 seasons ago I came to terms with the gold. Because, I mean, if you look at non-season, I have an excess. I don't have like an absurd excess, but I have more than I need. And that's because just over time you always collect it versus spending it. At least that's the way I'm wired. So I try to spend as much gold as I can, recognizing that I'm always going to have a lot. Just due to the nature of having to do bounties and having to do Nephilim rifts. You're naturally going to pick up a lot of gold if you put a gold find set on, which I will do. And you combine that with puzzle rings that you pick up, you'll be swimming in that. So generally you want to empower every single rift that you do, like no matter what, until you just run out of gold. And if you run out of gold, then go get some more. Go run a puzzle ring. So like right now I'm not motivated to use my puzzle rings, so I'm not doing it. So I think if I run out, that'll push me to that direction, and then I won't be saving puzzle rings like I mentioned earlier. I tend to be a hoarder of the puzzle rings. But I think that's mostly because toward the end of the season I stop wanting to run them, and then they start to build up at the end. And then I carry over like 20 to non-season, then I never use those. And I've got like 3 characters, a stash tab full of them. Oh, ow, I ran straight through whatever nastiness that was. I have to get out of here. Oh, right into the ice. No. Got Serenity up again. We're good. That same junction. Always go left. Channel pylon. Pretty good. If I dropped SO, I'd die. My plan, I think, is if I can get to 25 in the Enforcer Gem, and we can not run 80s, we can just run like 70s instead. Won't need Esoteric. We'll do even more damage. We'll make it through them even faster. That's my thinking. Yeah, get out. Earth Guardian. Oh, I've got the shield pylon up. I'm sitting here running around out of fire. I view it as practice. Okay. Anything good? No. That amulet might be good. If it has a socket on it, like Ouroboros, a lot of... No, this is Kimbo's gold. Never mind. Thought it was the other one. But any amulet could be better than the one I'm wearing. It has a socket, which it doesn't, and it's not good. Oh man. But guess what? It does have gold find on it. That's pretty high. I like to keep one of these. Okay, we got another Rechel's Ring of Larceny. I know we had one already that we were saying. Oh, it's right here. This one is strength one. I'll hang on to it. Another Cinder Coat, homing pads. If I make another character, I can go on the Scoundrel. All right. Keep going. What level was our gym at? 20? No, it's 21. We cannot die. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we empowered and we didn't die, right? We got 5 levels off of it. Just sitting here lecturing everybody on always empower, always spend your gold. I need to point the finger at myself. I don't see why not. We should just do another 80. charges. Get down there. Put me in the action. Those tongue lashers earlier were smoking me whenever I was on Sun Wukong. We have grown up quite a bit today. Going pretty strong. At least from a toughness perspective right now. Channeling. Favorite pylon. See ya. Oh yeah, I love this map. Forest. God bless the flavor of time. God bless all these elite packs. Didn't quite make it. The last couple of percent right here. There we go. What do we get? Prime. Why do I have Mystic Allies just standing there? I noticed that on the last boss or two. Got another gift, looks like, for weapon sockets. Oh no, that's a what is it? The thingy. Another thingy. Those are the upgrade items for the shards. The embers. Okay, we got to level 25 in Enforcer. And a pants. Okay, we got some rings in here. Okay, so we're definitely using this to upgrade this shard in our weapon. There's like no doubt about it in my mind. But I will pause to reflect on my decision before we execute it. Okay, I am going to save these pants actually for gold find setup, potentially. We end up kind of pushing with this stuff. All right, haunt, belt, we can get rid of that. Okay. Here's, yeah, Hellforge Ember. Can't ever remember the name. This shard we've already maxed out to rank 3, so that one's done. Can't upgrade that anymore. And our other one that we were using, this one, Remnant of Pain, we're at rank 2, so we could use our shard to upgrade this one. And it's not a bad one. Now, of course, and it's like, if we switch back to Patterns of Justice, we'll want to switch to this shard. It could have been rank 3. You know, it's like shoulda, coulda, woulda. But Inez is pretty strong right now. In the rank 1, it'll unlock the benefits of all of the gems as if you socketed them into a weapon. So we're going to get that crit hit damage, the extra damage, the life on hit. We got to use it on this one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Rank 1 incoming. Done. Now, oh, I did not realize this, that the numbers are different. Let me go compare. Go compare real quick. Okay, so our current one, old one, it had 296 damage. This one is 271. 138 crit damage, 139. Increased elites damage, 23, then 24. Life on hit, about the same, 29. Thorns damage, whatever. Okay, so we're going to go from 791 paper sheet damage to 1,000,000? Okay. Fine with me. And we got some extra Paragon. Should I go with Enforcer? Let's try it. Let's just try it one time. See how it feels. I'm scared to do an 80. I feel like we get smoked. But if we, like again, if we kill things fast enough, then it won't matter. There's our COE, baby. Stone of Jordan, which we probably won't use. I'm gonna hang on to it. You never know. We might need it in the future. All right, our COE, let's check this out. 198 on the legendary power. Thank you. 4.5% crit. That's not bad. Dexterity. We got resource cost that we can reroll, and it's already got a socket on it. That is huge. Where would we put it? Reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you hit with a resource spending attack. Obsidian Ring. Now when we hit with Cyclone Strike, we'd be reducing cooldown, but we don't really hit that often with it. I think we would want to be wearing Convention. Right? Let me swap out Obsidian Ring. That over here. Save this. So that'll be just an occasional, pretty significant damage increase. Got an extra 22% damage on the pets. Man, this is pretty powerful. Oh no, we ran out of keystones. Okay, well we can do a Nephilim Rift to test it out. So we couldn't do our 80 to compare. Monk is hot? I agree. Monk is where it's at this season. I want to see more monks. Here, Goblin. Jim Goblin. Yeah. I'm like killing stuff too quickly. Uh-oh, looks like YouTube's giving me problems again. Oh dear. That was close. It was grotesque. Jesus. Where'd he go? He got demolished. Oh my goodness. Another ember? Is that what I see? Ooh, now which one do we upgrade? Does it even matter? I think it does matter. I think we're gonna do the pet one. Now the other shard that I was just talking about potentially doing rank 3 on, that's the one that we would share with Patterns of Justice. So it would make more sense to upgrade that one. But I kind of want to see what the pet one has to offer. Oh, Serenity. Too late. Caught my cheap death. We are doing some damage, boys. And girls. We don't even have our second ring that we want and our amulet. We don't even have those. Our weapons, we don't have what we want. We got a lot of room. Ember, how appropriate. Okay, let's go back and clean up our stash. Okay, which one should we upgrade? I think each shard has its own like set things for rank 3, doesn't it? I'm really not sure. Should I look it up? Oh no, we already have rank 3 on this one. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, was it the other one? It was the other one in the stash. Oh, well, I'm not worried about that. It was this one I was talking about. Okay. Yeah, did we upgrade the one that we were using for Patterns of Justice, or we use the one we're using right now? We upgrade the one we're using right now. It's like not even an argument. Let's do it. Oh wait, but it's only rank 2. Why must I second guess myself? Okay, the rank 2, this could be either really awesome or it could be like super crummy. I think. Please let it be awesome. I've already had a crummy one. Let's try it. Cross your fingers. 3, 2, 1. Go. Cold skills, 25% increased damage. Oh my gosh, perfect. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. It could have been any element and we got cold. Cold is exactly what we want. Oh, I'm pumped. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Someone heard me. Thank you, Diablo. We got another Oculus ring. Same 79%. Hang on to that one for another character, maybe. Okay, so we just got major damage increase. A good damage increase? I don't know if it's major. A contributing damage increase. How about that? It could have been irrelevant. I'm thinking about how difficult it's going to be to get the shard that you want with all 3 upgrades that you want. That's going to be a lot of farming. It's going to be a lot. And imagine the people that get lucky enough to get the perfect rolls on the ranks early on. They're going to be demolishing stuff. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, we did really well on Tournament 16 at 75. Like, it wasn't even close. I say we go all the way to 83. And we just push this thing. Why not? What have we had to lose? I mean, we got 2 back-to-back good upgrades on the shard. We can get up to doing like 90. What would that take? Now, I think my plan has been to be using the patterns of justice for greater rift farming, or pushing. Say not farming, pushing. Because this water ally version can only take you so far. Know that. But I think for tonight we'll just focus on getting this as far along as we can. Because the higher we can farm this build, and obviously the easier it'll be to rank up gems and the like, get some augments for our greater rift guy. So focusing on this build, what are the things that we could like pursue next? We're missing a couple of items. Amulet ring. The weapons we already mentioned. We have the weapons, it's just they're not ancient. Probably just gonna keep playing, I guess, rifts, till we see what kind of stuff drops. If we can get another ember to drop, then we'll be able to get that shard to rank 3, see what it has to offer. That would be really awesome if it's really good. I don't know, I have no idea what the options are for it. I'm just glad we didn't get resistance with this second shard like the first one we had. That's a major letdown. Bad enough to where I don't even want to invest any more embers in it. And I probably shouldn't. Holy cow. How did he die so fast? Wow. Okay. I like Enforcer Gem, man. Okay, so we can level Bane of the Trapped higher. Might as well push it since it's our highest one. Yeah, we could hit 100% rolls all the way. Wow. Here's another Traveler's Pledge. We cannot get a Compass Rose. Might roll one. Oh, you know, I said I was going to spend Blood Shards to try to get the Convention of Elements, but we already got one now. Might need to adjust the plan. No, Oculus at 82. Another Traveler's Pledge with no socket. Save that. Helm. Demon Machine. Palm hack we don't need. Okay, gems in the first tab. Everything else goes in the back. Okay, wait. For the Scoundrel, this isn't a small upgrade. You swap. Oh, does this have a socket? Yeah, it does. Let me swap this gem over. Now he's got an 82% pull. And then, can he wear this Demon Machine? He can. All right. Excellent. And then I'll save these two pieces. I'll save this. And we got some more points. Keep on working the same items. Okay, now that we've switched over and we're feeling pretty good about this, let's do some item rolls. I purposely wasn't messing with it, but now would be an awesome time. So Tempest Rush, let's see if we can reroll this to Vitality or Critical Hit chance. Look at that, first roll 6%. Amazing. We already have Mystic Ally damage on our chest piece. That's great. We can reroll Crippling Wave to hopefully life percent. Take armor though. Yeah. Wow, we're gonna burn through our spell crystals quickly. There's life percent. And Fist of Thunder, reroll to Vitality. Got it. Crutus Boots. We'll reroll Exploding Palm. Movement speed. Like, neither one of these is beneficial. Like, we could argue, well, you could keep movement speed on the boots and then switch your Paragon around, but I hate doing that because then if I switch boots or something, then I gotta go back into Paragon and screw around with it. So I'm just gonna reroll movement speed because there's a lower pool of items to choose from. So we'll get resistance or armor. Hopefully. Here's armor. Okay, good. So all those in the middle are rerolled. Shoulders was an area for improvement. Probably life regeneration. Cooldown reduction would be great. But I'll take Vitality for now. And then for the gloves, use resource cost. Get out of here. I'll take Vitality armor. Ideally, we'd have cooldown reduction, I think. I'll take Vitality for now. What else? The bracers we already rerolled. Oh yeah, the ring. The resource cost. Ooh, if we can get critical hit chance. Or I mean damage. How great would that be? We only have 6 of these gems. We gotta be careful. Okay, we'll take damage. Okay. Well, we probably let that go on for too long. Let's reevaluate the weapons too. We have the Echoing Fury. Now, yeah, non-ancient weapon at this point. Such a significant downgrade. Yikes. Is that factoring in the dregs? Looks like it is. 33%. That's huge. Let me take the gem out just to make sure. Yeah, it wasn't. That's good to know. So when you hold down Shift, should remove the effect of the gem that's in the slot, but it wasn't removing the effect of dregs, as far as I could tell. I mean, it was minus 33% damage. Now it's saying it's minus 9.4. So the question would be, if we take the hit on taking Echoing Fury and get 9% damage loss, is that made up for by going into the Frenzy? I think it is. And then the other weapon we would do, instead of Vengeful Wind, we would take Ingium, and it would be the same question. Minus 8% damage. Is the skill cooldowns worth it? I'm looking for some other one-handed items that we have that we could benefit from. Big sticker, but that's low too. The other Engium. About this was a two-hander executioner. Oh man. I would have to re-roll. Oh, that was something else I didn't think about. That we'd have to re-roll something to a socket, which would make the damage difference even larger. Yeah, probably have to wait. I have that one gift I could use on the weapon, but okay, we'll wait for now. We re-rolled the items. Gave us some pretty hefty upgrades. So we should be very comfortable pushing up a little higher. We'll go to 86. They're just melting away. And we're hanging in there. Whoa. Like rubber banded. That hardly ever happens. Oh, ow. Oh, there's some elite here. I didn't notice. I thought it was just regular mobs. Just casually strolling through the area. I was about to make a comment how everything was dying without me having to hit anything. Then I got my cheat death procced on me. Put me in my place. Pack over here, yep. Feels like I'm able to take a lot of damage. Got channeling. Suck him in, watch him melt. Look at that. Jeez. I wonder if I have the right, or I should say ideal, guards equipped. Definitely the pet one is ideal. I gotta imagine, for this build. Then what about the one in the helmet slot? It seems like that one's pretty good too. It's huge on AoE damage, and it's got the cons associated with single target. Trying to remember, I think, yeah, you would take, instead of Bane of the Powerful, eventually we'll take Bane of the Stricken if we're pushing greater rift levels. So, I think that's going to make up for the difference. Okay, Bane of the Trapped is, wow. What level are we doing? We just did an 86? Jeez. Well, I guess so then. Another 2, 4, 6, 8 levels. Okay, how about this? Because... oh, I'm sitting at 1.2 million health now. Like, what if I backed off? I'm at almost 1.3 damage. If I converted all of my vitality to dexterity here, what does that do for us? Another 50k damage. Let's try that. See what that looks like. Restraint. 2 restraints. We didn't get a compass rose. We got another convention of elements. At 150 in its strength. What garbage is that? What garbage is that? Who created this item? Not gonna complain because I've had some good luck recently. Take everything back. Okay, do we have any more keys still? We got 2 more keys. I say we just keep pushing higher. Did an 86, why not do an 89? Sure. Spin the gold. Pop Serenity. All those explosions. No, thank you. I don't feel like dying to that. Oh, get out of there. I feel like those would one-shot me for some reason. Maybe I'm too timid. We still have one. Oh yeah, we still have 1.2 million health, just about. We rerolled all those items and we ended up taking vitality on a lot of pieces. Not the ideal thing, but we're not made of crafting materials right now. Protest, my favorite mob in Diablo. Channeling. Okay, so that other head slot gem, was it the one where you get extra damage dealing capability? Like you have increased damage and you have damage reduction when your skills are on cooldown. And it's based on the number of skills that you have on cooldown. The magnitude of those effects. So, like I'm looking at our cooldowns now. Mystic Ally is basically always on cooldown because I can just smash that whenever it's available. I generally do. The Mantra is not on cooldown because it doesn't have it. And Dashing Strike was the other one. Like Cyclone Strike, primary attack, None of that applies. So we would only benefit from Mystic Ally. Unless Dashing Strike also counts as being on cooldown. Like I was mentioning earlier, it has charges, so it's not really cooldown. Slightly different, so I don't know if it counts. I was supposed to test it. I didn't. You can probably look at the paper sheet damage and see if it increases. Oh, he got big. Thank goodness he didn't do anything. If he would have swung on me, we would have been dead. And then of course there's Serenity too, but Serenity is rarely going to be on cooldown, hopefully. I mean, if you're having to pop that on cooldown, then you're probably in trouble. Now we could purposely put it on cooldown, but it would only be like for a portion of time. Right, it's like when the skill is active, it's not on cooldown technically. I don't know if they factored that into the way the gem works. Into the way the shard works. So, in conclusion, I don't think that one is going to be the right or ideal gem for us with this build. Because we would only benefit from a couple of skills at best. And perhaps only really one. Okay, well this rift got handled. There's another Dregs of Lies. The same one we're wearing. Ooh, and we got 2 new embers? Oh, wow. We got a shard and 2 embers off of that boss. Wow. Thank you very much. Okay, Bane of the Trap, we got the 80. Then I want to stick to 100% rolls, so we'll switch over to Enforcer. How much does 80 give us? 39%. Big. Got 2 embers. We're almost 590. We're almost 600. Okay, let's clean out. Sky Cutter, no. Fletcher's Pride, no. Get out of here. Mirrors of Justice. We have actually got Primal Mirrors of Justice. But that one does have 34% gold, so we might hang on to that just in case we want to do some kind of gold find build with patterns. And Hexing Pants, let's hang on to those. Well, we'll hang on to the Lesser Gods, Bindings. Okay, now... Definitely. We're gonna rank this one up right here. Put the new one over here. Our current one right here. Come here. Where's the high key? Hi. Okay. Dregs of Lies, rank 3, incoming. Hellforge Ember upgrade. 3, 2, 1. What did we get? Each time your pet hits an enemy, your damage is increased by 0.5% for 5 seconds. My damage? Does my damage count as their damage? Now I'm confused. It says I already deal 25% less damage. It stacks up to 100 times. When you reach 100 stacks, the stacks quickly reset to 0. That would be an extra 50% damage. I am confused. Does that work? Do not know. Don't. The way that's worded, I'm confused. I don't know who that applies to. Now, our other ember. We've got this shard of hatred. What was the other... What was the other shard? There's no way this is going to work. Can I type in shard in the search? No. Not in the name. Okay, where is it? We've got a bunch of these fragments of destruction. I don't want that. We're going to find it. This is the one I'm thinking of. Right here. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Sliver of Terror. Cooldowns are increased by 25%. For every skill on cooldown, take reduced damage and increased damage. 12.5%. Is that... I don't think that's better. I don't think that's better than the one we got on. But, could be. I just don't know. Mystic Ally will always be on cooldown. Now, if we had, like, the Greater Rift pushing version of this, that things might change, right? So things could... I don't know what could be different, but things could be different. Alright, so we just got a Hellforge Ember in the bank now. We're already to that point in the season on day number 2. Does that sound right? Okay. What am I going to spend shards on? We could definitely use better boots. The legendary power is low. You know, it's max 200%. And plus, I don't have a force stat that's good. Got exploding palm damage, so that's just wasted. Bracers are okay. Shoulders is another one we could improve on. It's got area damage, which isn't super useful. And then we have our weapons, of course. Not sure. Let's go for boots. We rolled so many shards today for these Rivera dancers. Oh my goodness. It's frustrating to see them pop up again. It's like, I don't want to see them until next season. That's not true. Okay, Uliana's. Don't need that. I don't need Ennis sandals at all. We're never going to use those with Brutus boots, so just delete those. And then Rivera, we'll hang on to these. Okay, then we still have a Greater Rift Keystone. Let's do the next rank up. We'll test out this gem, see if it works. 92. Here we go. I wonder what the leaderboard is looking like. I haven't looked at that at all. I'd say normally on day number 2, played enough to where I'm actually on the leaderboard somewhere in the top 50 or whatever my main class is, but I haven't been playing as aggressively this time. And with all the massive power creep we've got with these shards, I may never see the leaderboard. Fine by me. And of course, Ennis Mantra set is obviously pretty popular. There's going to be a lot of people competing for it. Probably. Oh, hello, mortars. Look at that, it gave me a pull right below my feet. Well, just like the rift before, we're handling this one pretty well too. Taking care of it. Uh-oh, getting some lag. Only one little spike of lag there, it looks like. Plodding along. 593. This is a great example of like the limitation of this build. This is kind of what happens. You just run into the wall and things start to take longer to die. And then some of your choices for skills no longer make that much sense. Like everything related to movement speed. And that's when you start shifting into the actual Greater Rift version. If you want to continue to push higher. I still really want to play Patterns of Justice though. I really like this. It is my definite speed farming go-to build. I just really like Patterns. I'm glad that there's multiple options. I'm really excited to play both of them. Stain of Sin, another shard. Okay, we can put a few more levels on Bane of the Trapped, for sure. Is it 3 more that we can do? Yep, then we'll do the other 2 on Enforcer. And that just keeps creeping up our power right there. Big percentages on straight up damage. We're at 599. Look at that, we're like we're 1 bar away from 600. And our first Tasker and Theo. Got that item existed. Our first Depth Diggers, actually. Ancient Pinto's Pride, that's good. We'll keep that. Our first Depth Diggers, and we got 2 of them in the same pool. That's crazy. Okay, there's another Enchantress item. I'm pretty sure we already have one for her, don't we? No, we have one for everybody else. Oh yeah, we have 3. I'll save this one for another character then. And we got another Stain of Sin. This is the one that's for ZDPS, so I don't know. We'll probably scrap those before long. Okay, I'm gonna save all this stuff too. All right, and we're almost there. We'll do like one thing to get. Go do an Nephilim Rift. Let's get our 600. I think we'll get 600 and then let's reorganize the stash. And probably go to bed. Midnight where I'm at. That way we can get up in the morning. Do some more work. Ow, ow, ow. There it is. There's 600 right there. We'll finish out the rift. It's kind of uneventful. Can I port over there? Ooh, I can. Oh no, shield. Whoa. Did you see how that stuff just disappeared? Oh, wow. Oh no, shield again. Oh, thank God for shield. I guess I didn't have dashing strike charges or I couldn't get out. Serenity now. Wow. Just good grief. Almost ran past that yellow item. I don't think so. I need those Veiled Crystals. We might do a puzzle ring maybe? I'm surprised we've been empowering those greater rifts. We still have 215 million gold. I thought through empowering those rifts that we were going to run out of gold. It was going to force us to a puzzle ring, but we didn't quite get there. We'll need a pretty strong Greater Rift pushing build in order to justify having the gold setup. I know last season when I was doing the Wizard, Firebird's Wizard, to get so high on Greater Rift farming, I think you could just do level 100 was the new 70. And so we were sucking down the gold. I don't know how high we'll be able to go with the monk. Might run into a skill issue thing too. Okay, we made it to 600. Almost 601, look at that. Little sliver. And then 800 will be the next goal, obviously. We'll probably make it there. Okay, what do we get here? Ooh. Can you roll? You can't roll Mystic Ally damage on the helmet. So I think you want Dexterity Vitality, right? Yeah, I can't do Mystic Ally. It would be Dexterity Vitality and then Critical Hit Chance. The life percent isn't bad, this one. I'll save this one again because we might do a gold find build and just Like on something like this, we might even re-roll the secondary properties and take the hit on the other stats because we just won't need it. And let's roll for some more boots. Try to get some new Crutus boots. There's those stinking Riveras again. Don't want to see you. They're ancient. Oh, man. Why? And it has Lyshin Tail kick damage on it too. They're like really good. Why, you guys? Okay, it's time. It's intervention time. Let me show y'all how I set up my stash. Let me show y'all how it's done. I'm gonna put the gems at the top. Ooh, colors don't match. Just like this. Okay. All the items are out. All the gear is out, I mean. All the gear is out. And then I leave my infernal machines right here. This is out, this is out, this is out, this is out. This is out. And then all my legendary gems I put down here. That's out, that's out. Shards are out too. Legendary gems go down here. Like this. And I do rows of 4. And then right here I'll put potions. Normally I would have like 2 potions in my non-season stash, but for season, I'm to the point now where I don't even save potions unless they're the armor ones. And I might save like 1 of each for just utility purposes on the other. And then the gifts I put in the upper right corner. There we go. So eventually this will all be filled up with legendary gems. And then the other spaces I kind of use for items that are maybe like upgrades that I'm not ready to upgrade yet. Like if I don't have a Ramalani's gift or something. Just kind of extra space. So then, these gems, the lower level gems, I actually did sell them all, and then I unsold them. I bought them back because last season, whenever I was leveling up new characters to get all the ethereals, I wanted to craft rings to use along the way, but I couldn't because you needed these lower level gems. Let me see. So over here, forged jewelry. Like if I want a level 31 gem, I gotta have these flawless gems. Flawless square. Flawless square. So I just saved whatever I happen to have picked up, with the plan being that if I need them, at least they're here. If I sold them, then I'd never get them back again. So I'm going to stick that here on the 3rd tab, the very last spot. The icon I usually use for this is what? I don't know what I normally use. Maybe it'll come back to me. I'm going to use this one because it looks cool. There's a little butterfly. I don't know what this is. I don't know what these other things are. But this, okay, so but this tab is normally I would reserve it for off-class items. So like I'm playing a monk, but if I find a good item for another class, then I'll stick it here. Either one, usually ones that I want to carry over to non-season that might be upgrades for non-season. Or it could be like in this case, I'm planning on playing a Witch Doctor this season at some point. And so if I come across Witch Doctor items that I might use, then I go ahead and toss them in here. Then in this, I'd say this tab, the second one on the 3rd one, I will put belts and amulets, and I'm looking for the icon. I think I usually use this icon, and then for this tab I'll do all rings. Okay, so for here I would do belts and amulets, and initially I'll just dump them all in, and then later I'll organize it. So here's a Crusader, item. I'm going to put that in here. I've got to take all these other items out. Oh, it's going to be messy. And I'm actually just going to dump them all in here for now. This is why you need to set up your stash space in the beginning of the season, so you don't have to go through this. Then everything would already be where it's supposed to be. Unlike me, where it's a disaster zone already. And the worst part is that I knew it was happening, and I let it happen. Okay, belt, amulet. Now follower token, I would probably put that in here. Like, I'll stick it here for right now. Now, there's another ring. Here's a potion. Another Kool-Aid potion. Here's a ring. Okay. Here's rings and belts. I'll kind of go through and pick out the rings and belts. And amulets. I'm pulling out these embers and shards if I remember and happen to see them. Because we're going to have to set up a special place for them. A legendary gem. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff in here. This is where all our legendary gems went. I'm wondering what happened to them. Okay. Belt, 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 belt. And eventually, when this gets closer to full, I'll start to sort through it and organize things again. Or not again, but in the first place. And actually, the puzzle rings, I'll typically put those on the first tab. Put them up here, and if it starts to fill up too much, I'll know I gotta do the clean out of puzzle rings. Okay, here's our other legendary gems. Because by now we should have one of everything in the legendary gems. Got some more rings. Here's another amulet and belt. There's some more legendary gems over here. Voila. Okay. Coming together. Here's some more. I like to clean out just all the single items, the 1x1 slot items. Okay, here's another puzzle ring. And we had the Teguk, Gem of Ease, Days, Stone of Vengeance. Is there another one? No, not seen it. More amulets, more belts. Another belt. Okay. Just like that. Now, I think this slot, I never succeed at this, but I put this icon here to indicate like upgrade with the up arrow. That way if I come across an item, let's say I've got monk and I've got demon hunter, I'm playing the monk, a demon hunter item drops. It looks pretty good. I don't know if it's an upgrade. I will stick it in this slot so that I can process it later by the demon hunter, right? But that usually ends up not being too many items, so I actually usually put those items in here. And so for this season, I might end up just with my shards in this slot. And all the embers and everything. So that's probably what we'll do. Okay. And then here, I'm going to have generic weapons that would be like usable by multiple classes, non-class specific weapons, and the same concept for armor right here. And unfortunately, it's completely filled with all these yellow items. Oh man. And so I think I will... I don't even know. Like, this would be a generic weapon. This is a monk-specific weapon, so that doesn't go there. Devil Tongue would go there. Ambo's Pride, that's a barbarian item, so that would go in our last slot. Pick stickers, generic. All right. Like Engium is generic. I would go here. Here's a, yeah, this, we're in the armor tab. Mage Fist would go there. Engium would go here. And I'm probably going to, I'm probably just going to delete all these yellow items. I was hanging on to all those as I was spinning blood shards because if I needed to upgrade rares. But I'm kind of to the point now where the bulk of upgrading rares needs is over. Okay, so Depth Diggers would go in here. Hexing Pants, Tasker and Theo. What else? Stone Gauntlets. Storm Shield. Go in there. Now, on the second tab, second row, the first one, I've got all the different sets. There's 5 sets, and I'll put each item in here. So each row is kind of like dedicated to one. And then I'm thinking, I actually kind of messed this up, where I want this tab to be the one where I put the items that I'm actually using for my builds. I'm just going to burn all these yellow items. Getting on my nerves. Filling up my dash base. So let me think how to do this. I'm going to dump all these items over for now. Make some space, clean out the yellows. It's like a full-time job. So I'm going to transition all of these items down. Move them down a slot. There's a method to my madness. I'm putting all these things in very specific places for a reason. We're gonna swap those two though. Okay. Okay. So there's that. So these are going to be set items only, basically. And these Rivera dancers go with this set. That's why it's on this tier. And like Shenlongs, I sneak in there. Okay, but then for the other two below it, I'm going to have monk-specific weapons, and then I'll have monk-specific other items, like regular gears, like Pinto's Pride, Gungdo gear, Binding to the Lesser Gods. That's going to go in this slot. And then items like the War Staff, Incense Torch, those are going to go in here. Okay. So then everything is going to come out of here. We'll just reinsert it. So like all these Vengeful Winds, we have 5 of them. Okay, Kiroshiro's Blade. And then we got 3 Caesar's Memento. We got Pinto's Pride. Here's a Friend's Gaze. Here's another Shenlongs. I'm gonna stick this in the weapons for now. Got all these other ones. Like I'll probably come back here. I'll pull these 2 out and I'll put them here. Okay. All right. Coming together. Let's get rid of all of this. Okay, this was generic weapons, like this one would apply. And then we've got generic gear, like strong arms counts, blackthorns counts, homing pads, hexing pants, cinder coat, nemesis bracers. All those will go in there. All right. And then, like, I've got this random Mirrors of Justice. I'm just going to throw it in here on the Justice tier right now. Okay. We got set pieces. We've got monk, our main classes, which is the monk this season, monk weapons, monk gear. And then this tab will be kind of dedicated toward, I'm going to have Inna's mantra speed farming. I'm going to have patterns of justice, greater rift pushing, and then I'll probably have an Inna's mantra greater rift pushing. And then so like one will be at the top, one will be at the bottom. And then whenever I hit the armory, that's where my gear will swap back and forth versus having all that stuff go in different tabs or something crazy. And I'll never keep track of it. Okay. So then here, I'm putting all my shards in. We've got some other items. We got furnace is generic. Illusory boots is generic. Here's a monk specific weapon. And we have all this stuff here. I'll just pull it out and then we'll posit it where it goes. Okay, monk specific weapons. Flow of Eternity. Or staff. Sledge goes here. Injing Do. Little Rogue, sort of generic. Butcher's Sickle, Shard of Hate. Burst of Wrath. Vigilance is monk only. Even though it doesn't say monk only, this is a monk only item, right? Kind of doesn't matter because I'm never going to use it, but. Okay, here's some monk specific gears. Oop, I missed a weapon. Here's Gungdo gear again. Monk. Oh, another weapon. Like I'm not used to seeing some of the icons. Let me go back to the generic weapons. Or, excuse me, armor. And all this stuff. Look at all that. Okay. What else? Oh. Yeah, this tab. We need to talk about this tab. More Crown's bracers. See my OCD kicking in yet? If I had OCD, I would have never gotten like this in the first place. Okay, I think we're done with the bulk sorting. This is primary tab. This will be for all our shards. Generic weapons, generic armor. TBD in this stash tab. I do normally, like I'm gonna have a demon hunter. So I want to have a stash tab that'll be for them too. That'll probably be what this is. But it will only be generally the items that they swap back and forth. Not explaining that well. But like how we have this tab right here for monk. No, not this one. This tab for monk where different sets of gear will swap. I'll probably do that here. In fact, I'll probably already go ahead and put the demon hunter. This is wizard, that's demon hunter? Yeah. Put the demon hunter face there. Okay. We got monk sets, monk weapons, monk armor, our monk sets. And then in this tab, we'll probably do another class. And actually, I'm going to do the demon hunter right here. This will probably be Witch Doctor. Go ahead and call our shot. There we go. Riveting content, I know. But it needed to be done. And then eventually we'll do things like once this starts to get closer to filling up, we'll do things like, okay, let's take all of our focuses Let's group them up. Let's put all our restraints right next to them. And I try to only have like one intellect, one dexterity, one strength restraint. And the same thing for the focus. So I'll have 3 pairs. So eventually we'll get rid of these. Like these are all dexterity. So we'll take whatever the best one is out of that. And the goal there is just, if I'm playing something, you know, I'm halfway through the season and I say, oh, you know, I want to try this other build. And then I'm like, oh, I need a focus and restraint. Then I've got one in the bank and I don't have to go farming for it. It's already there. And I didn't have to do anything extra to get it. Okay, so I think we're set. I think that's all I'm going to do for the night. I probably drove everybody away. It looks like I did. There's probably nobody listening to this now, like normal. How my streams go sometimes. How they go all the time. But if you're there, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening, I guess. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you just needed to hear somebody talking while you played alongside you, I'm happy to do it. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow. I will be on some point in like I don't know how early, like after I get up, I'll probably stream for a couple of 3 hours in the morning time and then take a lunch break. So I will be on. We'll continue to push, continue season 25, see how high we can go. Thank you very much for joining in, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.